Poker is more than cards and chips. Every hand is shaped by the quiet signals players give away through their movements, expressions, and timing. Reading tells requires patience, stillness, and a gentle eye for detail. Tonight, we will explore these signals slowly and carefully, turning the complexity of human behavior into a calm rhythm of learning. As you relax, you will discover how players reveal themselves in ways they never intend. Topic: a long-form exploration of reading poker tells, covering body language, betting patterns, and subtle player signals in a calm and structured manner. Non-verbal communication plays a crucial role in poker. Players often rely on subtle cues to gain insights into their opponent's hands. These cues, known as tells, can be as revealing as the cards themselves. A slight twitch of the eyebrow, a shift in posture, or the way a player handles their chips can all provide valuable information. Understanding these signals requires keen observation and an intuitive grasp of human behavior. Body language is a significant aspect of poker tells. Common cues include fidgeting, which may indicate nervousness or uncertainty. A player who constantly adjusts their chips might be feeling anxious about their hand. Conversely, a player who sits still and composed may exude confidence. The way a player holds their cards can also be telling. A firm grip might suggest a strong hand, while a loose grip could indicate a bluff. Facial expressions offer another layer of insight. A fleeting smile or a furrowed brow can reveal a player's emotional state. Some players are adept at maintaining a poker face, masking their true feelings. However, micro-expressions, brief, involuntary facial movements, can betray their underlying emotions. Observing these subtle changes requires practice and attention to detail. The psychological underpinnings of tells and deception are rooted in human nature. People have an innate tendency to express emotions through their body language. In high-stakes situations, such as a poker game, these expressions can become more pronounced. The stress of the game can lead to involuntary reactions, which skilled players can exploit. Deception, on the other hand, involves deliberately sending false signals. A player might feign nervousness to lure opponents into a false sense of security. Historical anecdotes of legendary players highlight the importance of tells in poker. Doyle Brunson, a two-time World Series of Poker champion, was known for his ability to read opponents. He could detect the slightest changes in behavior and use them to his advantage. Similarly, Stu Ungar, another poker legend, had an uncanny ability to pick up on tells. His sharp observational skills contributed to his success at the table. The environment and atmosphere can also impact player behavior. In a crowded casino, distractions abound. The noise, lights, and movement can influence a player's focus and composure. Some players thrive in such environments, using the chaos to mask their tells. Others may struggle to maintain their concentration, inadvertently revealing their hand through nervous habits. Lighting and seating arrangements can affect how players perceive each other. Dim lighting might obscure facial expressions, while close seating can make it easier to observe body language. The presence of spectators can add pressure, heightening emotions and increasing the likelihood of revealing tells. Players must adapt to these factors, honing their ability to read opponents while maintaining their own composure. Understanding poker tells involves more than just observing others. It requires self-awareness and control. Players must be mindful of their own body language, ensuring they do not inadvertently reveal information. This involves maintaining a relaxed posture, controlling facial expressions, and handling chips with confidence. By mastering these skills, players can minimize their own tells while maximizing their ability to read others. The art of reading poker tells is a blend of science and intuition. It involves analyzing patterns and behaviors, while also trusting one's instincts. Players who excel at this skill can gain a significant edge at the table. They can anticipate opponents' moves, adjust their strategies, and capitalize on opportunities. This ability to read and interpret non-verbal cues transforms poker into a dynamic interplay of psychology and strategy. Fidgeting with chips or cards often signals anxiety at the poker table. Players might shuffle their chips repeatedly or tap them on the table. This behavior can indicate nervousness about their hand. The repetitive motion serves as a way to release tension. It can also serve as a distraction from the pressure of decision-making. Some players might handle their cards more than necessary. They might adjust them repeatedly, even when no action is required. These actions can reveal uncertainty or discomfort with the current situation. Shifts in posture can speak volumes about a player's confidence. A player sitting upright with squared shoulders might feel secure about their hand. Conversely, a player who slouches or leans back may be trying to retreat from the pressure. Crossing arms or legs can also indicate defensiveness. These subtle changes can provide insights into how a player perceives their position in the game. Observing these shifts can help in assessing whether an opponent feels strong or vulnerable. Vocal tics or changes in speech patterns often emerge under stress. A player might start speaking faster or slower than usual. Hesitation in speech can suggest uncertainty or the need to buy time. Some might clear their throat frequently or cough. These involuntary actions can betray nervousness. A change in tone or pitch can also be revealing. A higher pitch might indicate excitement or anxiety, while a lower pitch could suggest calmness or confidence. Listening carefully to these nuances can offer clues about a player's mental state. Sweating or flushed skin is another telltale sign of stress. High-stakes situations can cause a player's body to react visibly. A sheen of sweat on the forehead or palms can indicate anxiety. Flushed cheeks might suggest embarrassment or tension. These physical signs are difficult to control, making them reliable indicators of nervousness. Observing these cues can provide valuable information about an opponent's comfort level with their hand. Famous bluffs often highlight the role of nerves in poker. In 1978, during the World Series of Poker, Bobby Baldwin executed a legendary bluff. His opponent, Johnny Moss, misread Baldwin's nervous demeanor as weakness. Baldwin's apparent anxiety masked his strong hand, leading to his victory. This example underscores how nerves can be both a liability and a tool. Skilled players can use their own nervous habits to mislead opponents, turning apparent weakness into strategic advantage. Another notable instance occurred in 1998. Scotty Nguyen faced Kevin McBride in the final hand of the World Series of Poker. Nguyen's relaxed demeanor contrasted with McBride's visible tension. McBride's nervous habits gave away the strength of his hand. Nguyen capitalized on this, securing his win. This scenario illustrates how recognizing and interpreting nervous habits can be pivotal in high-stakes poker. Understanding these behaviors involves more than just observation. It requires an awareness of context and the ability to discern patterns. Not all fidgeting or vocal changes indicate anxiety. Some players might use these habits deliberately to deceive opponents. The key is to identify when these behaviors align with the situation at hand. This skill can help players make informed decisions about whether to call, raise, or fold. Players can also benefit from being aware of their own nervous habits. Recognizing personal tells can help in minimizing them. This self-awareness can prevent opponents from gaining an edge. Techniques such as deep breathing and maintaining a consistent routine can help manage stress. By controlling their own nervous habits, players can maintain a more neutral presence at the table. A steady gaze and relaxed posture can convey a sense of assurance at the poker table. Players who maintain eye contact without wavering project confidence. Their gaze can be steady and unwavering, creating an impression of control. This directness can make opponents second-guess their own decisions. A relaxed posture complements this gaze. Shoulders remain loose, and movements are deliberate. The absence of fidgeting suggests comfort with the situation. These players seem at ease, as if nothing could disrupt their composure. Handling chips and cards with calm precision is another hallmark of confidence. Confident players don't rush their actions. They stack their chips neatly, without unnecessary fuss. When placing bets, their movements are smooth and deliberate. The way they handle their cards also reflects this calmness. Cards are lifted gently, not clutched or shuffled nervously. This controlled handling can signal that a player is sure of their strategy. Opponents may interpret this as a sign of strength. Breathing patterns play a significant role in conveying calmness. Deep, even breaths suggest a player is relaxed and in control. This steady rhythm contrasts with the shallow, rapid breathing, often seen in anxious players. A calm player might take a slow breath before making a decision. This pause can serve as a moment to gather thoughts without betraying nerves. Opponents observing this calm demeanor might hesitate, unsure of the player's true intentions. Several players have mastered the art of stillness, using it to their advantage. One such player is Phil Ivey, known for his composed presence at the table. Ivey's calm demeanor often leaves opponents guessing. His ability to maintain a steady gaze and relaxed posture has earned him respect in the poker community. Another example is Daniel Negreanu, who combines stillness with an engaging personality. His calm approach often disarms opponents, making it difficult for them to read his intentions. The psychological effects of confidence can influence opponents significantly. When a player exudes confidence, it can create doubt in others. Opponents may question their own judgments, wondering if they have misread the situation. This doubt can lead to hesitation, giving the confident player an edge. The calm presence of a confident player can also be intimidating. It can make others feel pressured to match that level of composure. This psychological impact often results in mistakes or miscalculations by less assured players. Understanding the nuances of stillness can provide valuable insights. Observing a player's gaze, posture, and breathing can help assess their confidence level. This information can guide strategic decisions, such as whether to call or fold. Recognizing these signs can also help players refine their own body language. By adopting a calm demeanor, they can project confidence and potentially influence their opponent's actions. The ability to maintain stillness under pressure is a skill that can be developed. Practicing mindfulness techniques can enhance a player's composure. Focusing on breathing and maintaining a relaxed posture can help cultivate this skill. By practicing these techniques, players can improve their ability to remain calm in high-stakes situations. This calmness can translate into more strategic gameplay and better decision-making. In poker, the art of stillness is a powerful tool. It allows players to project confidence and control, influencing the dynamics at the table. By understanding and mastering this skill, players can enhance their gameplay and gain an advantage over their opponents. Direct eye contact can convey a range of emotions and intentions in poker. A player who maintains a steady gaze may be trying to assert dominance or confidence. This directness can suggest they are comfortable with their hand. It can also be a deliberate tactic to intimidate opponents, making them second-guess their own decisions. On the other hand, an averted gaze might indicate uncertainty or discomfort. Players who avoid eye contact could be concealing a weak hand or trying to hide their nervousness. This avoidance can sometimes be a sign that they are bluffing, hoping not to draw attention to themselves. Emotional states can significantly influence eye contact patterns. When a player is anxious or stressed, their eye movements may become erratic. They might glance around the table quickly, unable to settle their gaze. This can reveal a lack of confidence in their current situation. Conversely, a player who feels calm and assured might maintain a consistent level of eye contact. Their gaze may be steady, reflecting their inner composure. Observing these shifts can provide valuable clues about a player's emotional state and the strength of their hand. Several notable cases in poker history highlight how eye contact can give away a bluff. One famous example involves the legendary player Doyle Brunson. Known for his keen observational skills, Brunson once picked up on an opponent's bluff through their inconsistent eye contact. The player repeatedly glanced away whenever they were bluffing, a tell that Brunson used to his advantage. By understanding these subtle cues, Brunson was able to make more informed decisions, ultimately winning the hand. Cultural differences can also play a role in eye contact dynamics. In some cultures, direct eye contact is seen as a sign of respect and attentiveness. In others, it might be considered confrontational or disrespectful. Players from different cultural backgrounds may have varying comfort levels with eye contact. This can influence their behavior at the table, potentially leading to misinterpretations. Being aware of these cultural nuances can help players avoid making incorrect assumptions based on eye contact alone. Improving one's own eye contact strategy can be a valuable skill in poker. Practicing maintaining a steady gaze can help project confidence, even when feeling uncertain. It can also prevent opponents from easily reading one's emotions. Players can work on controlling their eye movements, ensuring they remain consistent regardless of their hand's strength. This can help create a more unpredictable presence at the table, making it harder for opponents to discern any patterns. Eye contact is a nuanced aspect of poker that can provide insights into a player's mindset. By observing how opponents use their gaze, players can gather information about their intentions and emotional states. Understanding the significance of direct versus averted gaze, along with cultural differences, can enhance one's ability to read opponents. Developing a strong eye contact strategy can also improve a player's own game, helping them maintain composure and project confidence. A quick bet in poker can suggest confidence. When a player acts swiftly, it may indicate they have a strong hand. This decisiveness can be intimidating to opponents, causing them to fold or play more cautiously. Quick bets can also be a tactic to control the pace of the game, keeping others on edge. However, some players use rapid betting as a bluff, hoping to project strength when their hand is weak. Recognizing the context and the player's usual habits is key to interpreting this behavior accurately. Prolonged deliberation often signals uncertainty. When a player takes their time before making a decision, it might mean they are unsure about their hand. This hesitation can be a sign of weakness, giving opponents the confidence to bet aggressively. On the other hand, some players deliberately delay their actions to create a false sense of insecurity. They may be trying to lure opponents into a trap, making them believe they are hesitant when they hold a strong hand. Observing the consistency of a player's timing can help determine whether their delay is genuine or strategic. Timing can significantly influence the perception of strength at the poker table. Players who act quickly may be perceived as confident and assertive. This perception can affect the decisions of others, leading them to fold or play more conservatively. Conversely, players who take their time might be seen as cautious or uncertain. This can embolden opponents to challenge them with higher bets. Understanding how timing affects perception can help players manipulate their image, either by projecting strength or feigning vulnerability. Several famous poker hands illustrate the importance of timing. In one notable instance, a player named Phil Ivey used quick betting to his advantage. By placing rapid bets, he projected confidence, leading his opponent to fold a potentially winning hand. Ivey's understanding of timing allowed him to control the narrative of the game, securing a victory through psychological manipulation. Another example involves Vanessa Selpist, who used deliberate delays to mislead her opponents. By taking her time, she convinced them she was uncertain, only to reveal a strong hand and win the pot. These examples highlight how timing can be a powerful tool in poker. Table dynamics can significantly impact betting rhythms. In a fast-paced game, players may feel pressured to make quick decisions, leading to more rapid betting. This can create a sense of urgency, affecting the overall atmosphere of the table. Conversely, in a slower game, players might take their time, resulting in prolonged deliberation and a more methodical pace. Understanding the dynamics of the table can help players adjust their timing strategies, either by matching the rhythm or deliberately disrupting it to gain an advantage. Strategies for using timing to one's advantage involve careful observation and adaptation. By paying attention to opponents' timing patterns, players can identify potential tells and adjust their strategies accordingly. For instance, if an opponent consistently bets quickly with strong hands, a sudden delay might indicate weakness. Conversely, if a player usually takes their time, a rapid bet could suggest confidence. Adapting to these patterns can provide valuable insights, allowing players to make more informed decisions. Controlling one's own timing is equally important. By varying the speed of bets, players can create an unpredictable presence at the table. This unpredictability can make it harder for opponents to read their intentions, giving them an edge in the game. Players can practice controlling their timing by consciously altering their betting pace, ensuring it does not become a teller. This can help maintain a balanced and deceptive image, keeping opponents guessing. The psychological impact of timing should not be underestimated. Quick bets can create pressure, forcing opponents to make hasty decisions. This pressure can lead to mistakes, such as folding strong hands or calling weak ones. Conversely, deliberate delays can induce frustration, causing opponents to become impatient and make errors. Understanding the psychological effects of timing can help players manipulate their opponents' emotions, gaining an advantage in the game. Recognizing when to use quick bets or prolonged deliberation requires intuition and experience. In some situations, a rapid bet can be the best choice, projecting confidence and control. In others, taking time to deliberate can create a strategic advantage, misleading opponents and setting traps. Developing a keen sense of timing can enhance a player's ability to navigate the complexities of poker, turning the rhythm of the game into a powerful tool. Timing in poker is not just about the speed of bets. It encompasses the entire rhythm of the game, from the pace of decision-making to the psychological impact on opponents. By understanding the nuances of timing and how it influences perception, players can gain valuable insights into their opponent's strategies and intentions. Mastering the art of timing can transform the way players approach the game, giving them a significant edge at the table. In poker, the manner in which players handle their chips often reveals much about their mindset and strategy. The way chips are stacked and organized can be a subtle indicator of a player's confidence and experience level. A neat and orderly stack might suggest a disciplined and methodical player, while a haphazard pile could indicate a more chaotic or inexperienced approach. Observing how players arrange their chips provides clues about their playing style and mental state. Chip stacking is a fundamental aspect of the game, influencing both perception and strategy. Players who meticulously stack their chips are often seen as cautious and calculating. This behavior suggests they pay attention to details and approach the game with a strategic mindset. Conversely, players who keep their chips in disarray may be perceived as more impulsive or reckless. These players might rely on instinct rather than careful planning, leading to unpredictable gameplay. The size of a player's bet is another critical aspect of chip handling. Large bets can signal confidence, suggesting the player believes they have a strong hand. This can intimidate opponents, causing them to fold or play more conservatively. On the other hand, small bets might indicate caution or uncertainty, inviting opponents to raise or call. Understanding the implications of bet sizing helps players anticipate their opponent's moves and adjust their strategies accordingly. Aggressive players often handle their chips with a certain flair, making bold and decisive movements. They might toss their chips into the pot with force, signaling their confidence and willingness to take risks. This behavior can be intimidating, creating pressure for opponents to respond. In contrast, conservative players tend to handle their chips more carefully, placing them gently on the table. This cautious approach reflects their risk-averse nature, often leading to more measured and deliberate betting. Notable examples of chip handling as a tell include famous poker players who have mastered the art of deception. Doyle Brunson, a legendary figure in the poker world, was known for his ability to manipulate chip handling to mislead opponents. By varying his chip movements, he kept his adversaries guessing, making it difficult for them to read his intentions. Another example is Daniel Negreanu, who uses his chip handling skills to project confidence or uncertainty as needed, influencing the dynamics of the game. Managing one's own chip behavior is crucial for maintaining a balanced and unpredictable presence at the table. Players can practice controlling their chip movements by consciously varying their handling techniques. This unpredictability makes it harder for opponents to discern patterns or tells, providing an edge in the game. Developing a consistent yet adaptable chip handling style can help players maintain control over their image and strategy. The psychological impact of chip handling should not be underestimated. The way players handle their chips can create pressure or reassurance, affecting opponents' decisions. Aggressive chip movements can induce anxiety, causing opponents to make hasty or ill-advised bets. Conversely, calm and measured chip handling can create a sense of security, encouraging opponents to play more conservatively. Understanding these dynamics allows players to manipulate the emotional state of the table, gaining a strategic advantage. Recognizing common behaviors associated with different bet sizes is essential for interpreting opponents' intentions. Players who consistently make large bets with strong hands can be identified by their confident chip handling. A sudden change in bet size or chip movement might indicate a bluff or a shift in strategy. Conversely, players who vary their bet sizes and chip handling techniques can keep opponents off balance, making it difficult to predict their next move. Techniques for managing one's own chip behavior involve practice and self-awareness. Players can experiment with different chip handling styles to find what suits their personality and strategy. By observing their own habits and making adjustments, players can develop a more consistent and effective approach. This self-awareness helps prevent unintentional tells, ensuring that opponents cannot easily read their intentions. The significance of chip handling and bet sizing extends beyond individual games, influencing the overall perception of a player's skill and experience. Experienced players often have a refined chip handling technique, reflecting their understanding of the game's nuances. Novice players may struggle with chip handling, revealing their inexperience and vulnerability. By mastering these aspects, players can enhance their overall gameplay and increase their chances of success at the table. In poker, the physical aspects of chip handling and bet sizing provide valuable insights into a player's strategy and mindset. By observing these details, players can gain a deeper understanding of their opponents and adjust their gameplay accordingly. Mastering the art of chip handling and bet sizing is a crucial skill for any serious poker player, offering a wealth of information and strategic opportunities. Tone and inflection in speech can significantly alter how a player's strength is perceived in poker. A steady, confident tone often suggests that a player is holding a strong hand. This vocal assurance can intimidate opponents, making them second-guess their own strategies. Conversely, a wavering or uncertain tone might indicate doubt or a weaker hand. Players who master the art of vocal control can manipulate their tone to mislead others, projecting strength when they are bluffing or feigning weakness when they hold a strong hand. The speed at which a player speaks can also provide clues about their mindset. Rapid speech may suggest nervousness or excitement, often associated with weaker hands or bluffs. This hurried manner can betray a player's attempt to rush through a moment of vulnerability. On the other hand, a slow and deliberate pace can indicate confidence and control, signaling that the player feels secure in their position. Observing these speech patterns allows players to gauge the emotional state of their opponents and adjust their tactics accordingly. Common phrases used at the poker table can serve as indicators of a player's intentions. Statements like, "I guess I have to call," or "I don't think you have it," might suggest a bluff, as the player attempts to downplay their confidence. Alternatively, phrases such as, "I have a good feeling about this," or "I'm pretty sure I'm ahead," can indicate genuine strength. Recognizing these verbal cues helps players discern the truth behind their opponent's words, allowing for more informed decision-making. Historical anecdotes of verbal tells in high-stakes games highlight the importance of speech patterns in poker. One famous example involves the legendary player Johnny Moss, who was known for his ability to read opponents' verbal cues. In one memorable game, Moss picked up on an opponent's nervous chatter and correctly deduced that they were bluffing, leading to a decisive win. Such stories underscore the value of keen observation and attention to detail in the psychological battle of poker. Developing one's own verbal tells requires a blend of self-awareness and strategy. Players can practice varying their tone and speech speed to create a desired impression at the table. By consciously altering their vocal delivery, they can project confidence or uncertainty as needed, keeping opponents off balance. This adaptability allows players to control the narrative of the game, influencing how others perceive their actions and decisions. The choice of words in poker can also serve as a powerful tool for deception or revelation. Players who frequently use assertive language may be trying to convey strength, while those who hedge their statements with uncertainty might be signaling doubt. By paying attention to these linguistic nuances, players can gain valuable insights into their opponent's thought processes and intentions. In high-stakes poker, verbal tells can be as crucial as physical ones. Players who excel at reading and interpreting speech patterns often have a significant advantage, as they can anticipate their opponent's moves and adjust their strategies accordingly. This skill requires patience, practice, and a keen ear for detail, but the rewards can be substantial. Strategies for developing effective verbal tells involve both practice and experimentation. Players can try out different tones, speeds, and phrases in low-stakes games to see how opponents react. This experimentation helps them refine their approach, allowing them to create a repertoire of verbal cues that can be deployed strategically in more competitive settings. The psychological impact of verbal tells extends beyond individual hands, influencing the overall dynamics of a poker game. Players who can effectively manipulate their speech patterns create an aura of unpredictability, making it difficult for opponents to pin down their true intentions. This uncertainty can lead to mistakes and misjudgments, providing a strategic edge for those who master the art of verbal deception. In poker, words are not just a means of communication, but a strategic tool that can shape the outcome of a game. By understanding and harnessing the power of verbal tells, players can enhance their ability to read opponents and control the flow of play. This skill, like any other in poker, requires dedication and practice, but the potential benefits make it a valuable addition to any player's arsenal. In poker, deception is an essential skill that can turn the tide of a game. Players often use false signals to throw off their opponents, creating a web of misdirection. These signals can be as varied as the players themselves, each one carefully crafted to mask true intentions. False tells are deliberate actions or behaviors meant to convey the opposite of what a player is actually feeling. This can involve anything from feigning nervousness to project weakness, to appearing overly confident to suggest a strong hand. One common strategy for creating false tells is through body language. Players might deliberately fidget or shift in their seats to appear anxious when they hold a strong hand. Conversely, they might adopt a relaxed posture to give the impression of confidence when they are bluffing. These physical cues can be subtle yet powerful, influencing opponents' perceptions and decisions. By mastering these techniques, players can manipulate the table dynamics to their advantage. Another method involves the use of vocal cues. A player might intentionally alter their tone or speech pattern to mislead others. Speaking quickly and with apparent excitement can suggest nervousness or a weak hand, while a slow and steady tone might imply confidence. These vocal shifts can be used strategically to plant seeds of doubt in opponents' minds, encouraging them to misread the situation. The psychological effects of bluffing extend beyond the immediate moment. When a player successfully deceives their opponents, it can create an aura of unpredictability. This uncertainty can make opponents second-guess their own judgments, leading to mistakes and miscalculations. The fear of being outwitted can cause players to become more cautious, allowing the deceiver to control the flow of the game. Legendary bluffs in poker history showcase the art of false signals at its finest. One famous example is the bluff by Chris Moneymaker during the 2003 World Series of Poker. With a weak hand, Moneymaker executed a series of confident bets, convincing his opponent that he held a stronger hand. The opponent folded, allowing Moneymaker to win the pot and eventually the tournament. This iconic moment highlights how well-executed false signals can lead to significant victories. The risks of employing false signals are as real as the rewards. A poorly executed bluff can backfire, revealing a player's intentions and leading to a loss. Opponents who recognize a false tell may exploit it, turning the tables on the deceiver. Therefore, it is crucial for players to carefully consider when and how to deploy these tactics, weighing the potential gains against the possible pitfalls. To maintain authenticity while bluffing, players must be consistent with their behavior. Inconsistencies can raise suspicion and undermine the effectiveness of a false tell. This requires a keen awareness of one's own actions and the ability to adapt to changing circumstances. Practicing in low-stakes games can help players refine their techniques, allowing them to develop a natural and convincing style of deception. Creating false signals also involves an understanding of human psychology. Players must anticipate how their opponents will interpret their actions and adjust their strategies accordingly. This requires a deep knowledge of common tells and the ability to think several steps ahead. By predicting opponents' reactions, players can craft more effective bluffs that are harder to detect. The art of false signals is not just about deception, but also about control. Players who master these techniques can dictate the pace and direction of the game. By keeping opponents off balance, they create opportunities to capitalize on mistakes and seize the advantage. This strategic edge can be the difference between winning and losing in high-stakes situations. In poker, the line between truth and deception is often blurred. Players who excel at creating false signals understand the nuances of human behavior and use this knowledge to their advantage. They are adept at reading the room, sensing when to push and when to hold back. This skill, honed through experience and practice, is a valuable asset in the complex and ever-changing landscape of poker. The ability to deceive effectively requires a blend of confidence and subtlety. Players must believe in their own bluffs to sell them convincingly to others. This self-assurance, combined with a keen understanding of psychology, allows them to manipulate the perceptions of those around them. In this way, the art of false signals becomes a dance of wits, where the most astute and adaptable players rise to the top. The rewards of mastering false signals are evident in the successes of legendary players. Those who can consistently outmaneuver their opponents through deception often find themselves at the forefront of the game. Their ability to create and exploit false tells sets them apart, giving them a competitive edge that is difficult to counter. In the world of poker, deception is a powerful tool that can shape the outcome of a game. Players who master the art of false signals can manipulate the perceptions of their opponents, creating opportunities for strategic advantage. This skill, rooted in psychology and honed through practice, is an essential component of a successful poker strategy. By understanding and employing these techniques, players can enhance their ability to navigate the complexities of the game and emerge victorious. Players at a poker table are as varied as the cards themselves. Each player brings a unique personality, influencing their behavior and the tells they exhibit. Understanding these differences is crucial for adapting strategies and maximizing effectiveness. Aggressive players often make their presence known with forceful betting and bold moves. Their confidence is evident in their quick decisions and willingness to push the limits. These players tend to dominate the table with their assertive style. They may lean forward, engage in direct eye contact, and handle their chips with decisive movements. Their bets are often large and frequent, designed to pressure opponents into folding. In contrast, passive players adopt a more reserved approach. They may hesitate before making decisions, often checking or calling rather than raising. Their body language is typically more subdued, with a tendency to avoid eye contact and maintain a defensive posture. These players might stack their chips neatly, keeping their actions minimal and controlled. Their quiet demeanor can make them seem less threatening, but it can also mask a strategic mind waiting for the right moment to strike. Confidence and fear manifest differently across personalities. An aggressive player may express confidence through loud, animated speech and expansive gestures. They might laugh or joke, creating an aura of dominance. However, their fear can surface when faced with uncertainty, causing them to overcompensate with even bolder actions. A passive player might show confidence through a steady, calm demeanor, maintaining composure even when the stakes rise. Their fear, however, often appears as hesitation or an increase in cautious behavior. Identifying player archetypes can provide valuable insights into their strategies. The shark is a seasoned player, known for their calculated aggression. They are adept at reading the table and exploiting weaknesses. Sharks often exude confidence, making bold moves to intimidate opponents. The calling station is a passive player who rarely folds, often calling bets to see the outcome. Their reluctance to raise or fold can frustrate opponents, but it also makes them predictable. The rock is a conservative player, choosing only the best hands to play. They are patient and disciplined, waiting for the perfect opportunity to act. Rocks are often characterized by their tight playing style, rarely bluffing or taking unnecessary risks. Adapting to these different personalities requires a keen sense of observation and flexibility. Against aggressive players, it may be beneficial to adopt a more defensive strategy, allowing them to overextend and make mistakes. Observing their betting patterns and timing can reveal moments of vulnerability. With passive players, applying pressure through strategic raises can force them into difficult decisions. Patience is key, as these players often wait for strong hands before committing. Emotional intelligence plays a significant role in reading others. Recognizing subtle shifts in mood and demeanor can provide clues about a player's state of mind. An aggressive player who suddenly becomes quiet might be reconsidering their strategy. A passive player who starts to fidget may be feeling the pressure. Understanding these emotional cues allows for more informed decision-making, enhancing the ability to adapt strategies effectively. The atmosphere at the table also influences player behavior. A tense, high-stakes environment can amplify personality traits, making tells more pronounced. In such settings, aggressive players may become even more assertive, while passive players might retreat further into caution. Recognizing these dynamics helps in predicting how players might react under pressure. Developing a flexible approach is essential for success. This involves not only recognizing different personalities, but also adjusting one's own behavior to suit the situation. Against a table of aggressive players, adopting a more conservative style can be advantageous. Conversely, in a passive environment, taking the initiative and dictating the pace can yield positive results. The ability to adapt is not solely about changing strategies, but also about maintaining composure. Staying calm and focused amidst the shifting dynamics of the table is crucial. This involves managing one's own emotions and avoiding the pitfalls of overconfidence or fear. By cultivating a balanced mindset, players can better navigate the complexities of the game. Observing experienced players can provide valuable lessons in adaptation. Notable figures in poker history have demonstrated the importance of reading personalities and adjusting strategies accordingly. Their successes often stem from an acute awareness of the table dynamics and an ability to exploit the weaknesses of others. In poker, the diversity of personalities adds depth and complexity to the game. Each player brings a unique set of behaviors and tells influenced by their individual traits. By understanding and adapting to these differences, players can enhance their strategic acumen and improve their chances of success. This requires a combination of observation, emotional intelligence, and flexibility, allowing for a nuanced approach to the ever-changing landscape of poker. Calm observation is a skill that can transform a poker player's experience at the table. By developing a serene mindset, players can enhance their ability to notice the subtle cues that reveal their opponent's intentions. Mindfulness is a key component in this process. Practicing mindfulness involves being fully present in the moment, paying attention to the sights, sounds, and sensations of the environment. This heightened awareness allows players to pick up on details that might otherwise go unnoticed. One effective technique for practicing mindfulness at the table is to focus on breathing. Deep, steady breaths can help center the mind, reducing stress and enhancing concentration. By taking a moment to inhale slowly, holding the breath for a few seconds, and then exhaling gently, players can create a sense of calm. This practice not only helps to clear the mind but also sharpens the senses, making it easier to observe the behaviors and tells of opponents. Patience plays a crucial role in effective observation. In poker, rushing to conclusions can lead to costly mistakes. By exercising patience, players allow themselves the time to gather information and make informed decisions. This involves resisting the urge to act impulsively and instead waiting for the right moment to make a move. Patience also means being willing to fold when necessary, recognizing that not every hand needs to be played. Minimizing distractions is essential for maintaining focus during gameplay. The poker table can be a bustling environment, with conversations, movements, and noises vying for attention. To stay attuned to the game, players can practice tuning out these distractions. This might involve directing attention solely to the cards and the players, ignoring irrelevant chatter, and avoiding the temptation to check phones or other devices. Creating a mental barrier against distractions helps in maintaining a clear focus on the game. Journaling and reflection on gameplay can offer significant benefits. By keeping a record of hands played, decisions made, and outcomes achieved, players can analyze their performance over time. This process helps identify patterns in behavior, both in oneself and in opponents. Reflecting on past games allows players to learn from mistakes and successes, honing their skills and strategies for future sessions. Historical anecdotes of players known for their observational prowess provide valuable insights into the art of calm observation. One such player was Stu Ungar, a legendary figure in poker history. Ungar was renowned for his ability to read opponents with uncanny accuracy. His sharp observational skills allowed him to notice the smallest of tells, giving him a significant edge at the table. Ungar's success was a testament to the power of focused observation and the ability to remain calm under pressure. Another notable player was Phil Ivey, who is often regarded as one of the greatest poker players of all time. Ivey's reputation for intense focus and keen observation has earned him numerous accolades in the poker world. His ability to maintain a calm demeanor while scrutinizing his opponent's actions has been a key factor in his success. Ivey's approach demonstrates the importance of staying composed and observant, even in high-stakes situations. Daniel Negreanu, known for his friendly demeanor and exceptional reading abilities, is yet another example. Negreanu's skill in picking up on opponents' tells has made him a formidable player. His calm and patient approach to the game allows him to gather information and make strategic decisions with precision. Negreanu's success highlights the value of cultivating a serene mindset and the impact it can have on gameplay. Developing calm observation skills is an ongoing process that requires dedication and practice. By incorporating mindfulness techniques, exercising patience, and minimizing distractions, players can enhance their ability to read opponents and make informed decisions. Journaling and reflecting on gameplay further contribute to this development, providing insights that can be applied in future games. The stories of legendary players serve as inspiration, demonstrating the power of calm observation in achieving success at the poker table. By emulating their focus and composure, players can improve their own skills and increase their chances of winning. The journey to mastering calm observation is a rewarding one, offering not only enhanced gameplay, but also a deeper understanding of the intricate dynamics of poker.